Bambi Palermo presents The Untouchable Collection. Power isn't loud. It's controlled. They told her to soften her voice, to smile more, to wait her turn. She didn't. Introducing the Bambi Palermo Untouchable Collection. Designed for women who don't ask permission and don't explain themselves. Luxury black leather journal. For plans you don't say out loud. Matte finish, heavy pages, no wasted space. Gold-trimmed pen, balanced weight. Smooth, precise. Writes like a decision that's already been made. Midnight scent roller. Notes of espresso, vanilla smoke, and winter air. Subtle, addictive. Stays long after you leave the room. Statement card embossed. Simple, direct. I know exactly who I am. This ain't about flexing. It's about presence. You don't raise your voice. You raise the temperature. Why it hits different. Bambi Palermo didn't design this to be trendy. She designed it to last. No fluff. No noise. Just confidence, discipline, and quiet power. Shoe it's for. Women who walk into rooms like they belong there. Women who've survived enough to know their worth. Women who don't chase, they choose. Disclaimer. Side effects may include increased confidence, reduced tolerance for nonsense, people asking, who is she? Bambi Palermo. Silence is the loudest statement. Available exclusively through Pizzaverse Studios. Limited run. No restocks. This ain't a product. It's a reminder. You don't need approval. You don't need permission. You're already untouchable.
I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about.
Bambi and Lopez Snowstorm on Fifth Avenue. A Pizzaverse Studios winter feature. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent Vinny DiPrio. New York, don't pause for nobody. Cabs honk. People shove. Time moves whether you're ready or not. But every once in a while, just once, winter hits the city hard enough to shut it up. Snow comes down, thick, heavy, relentless. It swallows sound, softens edges, turns neon into watercolor. Fifth Avenue looks less like money and more like memory. That's where Bambi Palermo and David Lopez are when the storm decides it's done waiting. Not on a date. Not on a mission. Just two people who keep circling the same gravity. The Christmas market should have shut down an hour ago, but a few stalls are still glowing. Stubborn little islands of light in the whiteout. Strings of bulbs flicker. A vendor curses the weather. Music skips on a cheap speaker. Bambi pulls her scarf tighter. Tell me you checked the weather. Lopez exhales through his nose. I checked the weather. She looks at him sideways. That's not comforting. Snow gusts harder, cutting visibility down to nothing. The last cab crawls past and disappears like it never existed. They're free. They're stranded. Together. They duck under an awning. Wind slams into the side of the stall, rattling metal and wood. Bambi rubs her hands together. "You okay?" Lopez asks. "Yeah," she says instantly, too fast. He notices the shiver she tries to hide. Lopez doesn't make a speech, doesn't announce it. He just unzips his jacket and holds it out. She stares at it. "No." A ton of Bambi. "I'm fine." "You're shaking." "I'm cold, not fragile." He steps closer anyway and drapes the jacket around her shoulders like it's already decided. She stiffens, then relaxes. The warmth hits her immediately. Thanks," she mutters. She absolutely needs it. She will never admit it. They decide to move. Standing still only makes the cold worse. Snow piles up around their boots. Every step takes effort. Lopez walks on the windward side, body angled just enough to shield her. He doesn't say anything about it. She notices anyway. They pass dark storefronts, window displays frozen mid-cheer, mannequins in party dresses waiting for a night that's not happening. "You ever notice," Bambi's voice low, "snow makes everything honest?" Lopez nods. "Can't fake your way through it." She smiles faintly. That's him, always grounded, always real. They reach a bus stop, empty, glass fogged. A flickering digital sign keeps glitching between happy holidays and nothing. They sit. Close enough to share warmth. Far enough to pretend it's coincidence. Bambi Palermo's fingers peek out from his jacket sleeves. "You know," she says, "you didn't have to stay." He doesn't answer right away. Snow hits the shelter roof in soft, steady thuds. "I wasn't going to leave," he says finally. She looks at him now. "You always do that." "Do what?" "Stay when it's inconvenient." He meets her eyes. "Someone's got to make sure you're okay." Her throat tightens just a little. Minutes pass. Maybe more. Snow keeps falling. The city stays quiet. Bambi shifts, pulling the jacket closer. "You ever think about what happens when this ends?" she asks. Lopez knows what she means, not the storm. "Yeah," he says. And I don't rush it." She nods. That answer is somehow worse and better. They sit in that truth. A distant church bell cuts through the snow. 12 slow chimes. Midnight. Christmas. Bambi lets out a breath she didn't realize she was holding. "Merry Christmas, Lopez." He smiles, small, real, unguarded. "Merry Christmas." For half a second, the space between them feels charged. Like if one of them moved, everything would change. Neither does. Lopez's interrogation starter kit. For when the truth needs encouragement. The product. Introducing the only kit on Earth guaranteed to make people spill their guts faster than Lopez, staring him down across the table. This ain't your grandma's meditation bundle. This one's built for high-stress, high-stakes, high-drama situations like someone lying about who ate the last cannoli, someone hiding info from the familia, Tony Pizza making up mob stories again, Admiral impeached claiming the explosion was controlled, What's inside Lopez's interrogation starter kit? The Lopez stare-down shades. Put these on and instantly gain the ability to make grown men confess to things they didn't even do. Side effects include sweating, nervous laughter, when you was around, sudden desire to apologize. The Tell Me the Truth travel mug keeps coffee hot for 12 hours. And suspects nervous for 24. Reads on the side. Don't lie to me, I'll know. The pocket notebook of silent judgment. Blank pages. Because Lopez doesn't need notes. He just opens it and people panic. The tactical stress ball, FBI edition. Squeeze it whenever Sungrown asks Lopez to relax. Or whenever Willie does literally anything. Color interrogation room gray. Bonus item, Lopez's "Do I look like I'm joking?" voice pack. Press a button to play one of the following. Start talking. Don't waste my time. I'm only asking once. You sure that's the story you want to go with? Perfect for meetings, holidays, and video premieres. Lopez sits, arms crossed, looking like he's about to ruin somebody's day. When the lies start flying, when the excuses start rolling, and when you don't got time for nonsense, there's only one man for the job, and now he's got a kid. Lopez puts his on his stare-down shades. Suspect immediately confesses to 6 unrelated things. Lopez's interrogation starter kit. Because sometimes the truth needs a little encouragement. Investigate, intimidate, illuminate. And that's okay. The storm eases just enough for a cab to appear, crawling like it's afraid to disturb the moment. Inside, the heat fogs the windows instantly. Their shoulders touch. Neither pulls away. Lopez glances at the jacket still wrapped around her. You warm now? Don't push it. He smirks. When the cab stops, he reaches for the jacket. She hesitates. Up. I'll return it. He nods. I know. That's a promise, not about the jacket. They part without ceremony. No kiss. No confession. Just snow still falling and something unspoken settling deeper than words. Bambi walks away wearing his jacket. Lopez watches until she disappears. The city starts breathing again. Christmas ain't always loud music and bright lights. Sometimes it's quiet streets, borrowed warmth, and people showing up without asking for credit. Sometimes love don't rush. It waits. That's winter in New York. That's Bambi Palermo and David Lopez. Yo, if this one slowed your heart down even a little, do us a favor. Like the video. Subscribe. Hit that bell. Pizzaverse Studios, where silence speaks loud. Credits: a Pizzaverse Studios winter feature. Story by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent Vinny DiPrio. Starring Bambi Palermo, David Lopez. Supporting cast: One Blizzard, A Borrowed Jacket, New York at Midnight, Dedicated to the moments that almost happen and matter anyway.
Sungrown's executive order olive oil. One drizzle and the whole table listens. He ain't just running the pizzaverse, he's feeding it. Straight from the president's private stash comes Sungrown's executive order olive oil, cold-pressed, first cut, and slicker than a backroom deal in City Hall. Features: presidential grade, pressed from olives grown under 24/7 protection contracts. Flavor with power, makes any dish taste like a vote in your favor. Cabinet approved, every capo in the room swears by it, or else. Frank Pecoraro, I dipped bread in it and suddenly I was running a casino in Vegas. Admiral Impeach, too smooth. I used it to grease submarine gears and salad greens. Worked perfect both ways. Lopez, confiscated a bottle once, had to return it. Couldn't stop cooking with it. Special offer. Order now, and Sungrown throws in a presidential breadstick pen. Sign laws, then dip them in the sauce. Sungrown's executive order olive oil. Taste the power, respect the office.
If Bambi Palermo ever rolled up on me, I'd stuff her in her own trunk.
You know what I mean? He's gonna get a Southern style ass kicking.
A former Gambino enforcer, confused for a salad tosser. I'm getting ready to fight. I run a half a block every day. I douse my eyes with pepper spray. My technique, claw and bite. So, you know, deadly as the Mio. They call me Bruce Lee of the street. Cool dancer with black feet. Long Island's mafia boss. I fought at MSG. The Iceman poisoned me. Protected by a green Maltese cross. So, you know, deadly as the Mio. This is a long time coming, and I know I've been running, but this time I take a stance. After talking all that smack, I'll be ready to attack. Wearing Huggies when I drop a load in my pants. So, you know, deadly as the Mio.
That's real muscle, cocksucker. That's real muscle. That's muscle that's been there fucking 40 years.
You know, deadly as the Mio. For offense, I lack precision. Defenses feel position. Can't knock my teeth out cause it's all gum. I drink raw eggs from the fridge. Have eaten pigeons on a bridge in 20 years. A hardened bum. So, you know, deadly as the Mio. True story. True story.